Have you ever had this moment? You walk into a restaurant you've never been to before, and the first thing your eyes land on isn't the decor, the space, or the menu. It's the people. You scan the room without even meaning to, making a split-second call. Is this place safe? Could any of these people be a threat to me? That feeling isn't thinking. It's instinct. And have you noticed that when you're talking to someone, your mind is never really doing just one thing? One part of you is speaking, but another part is standing off to the side, quietly listening in. It keeps cutting in. Did I just say too much? Should I not have put it that way? Did I already give something away? You start replaying the words the second they leave your mouth, regretting, reviewing, and revising. As if every sentence has to pass inspection before it's allowed to exist. When you're with friends or coworkers, are you actually relaxed? Or are you, the whole time, holding yourself in, watching your tone, keeping your expression in check, making your gestures look natural? Not too much emotion, but not too little either. You're playing the part of a person who's just right. Never too noticeable. Never too real. Because you're afraid, the moment you let something slip, the moment you seem even a little different, you'll be seen through. Everyone has a sense of alertness. You glance both ways before crossing the street. You rehearse your answers before an interview. You quicken your steps when walking alone at night. That's normal. That's useful. But there's a kind of alertness that's different. It doesn't switch off once the danger is gone. It's running while you're having dinner with friends. It's running while you're alone, scrolling on your phone. It's running even as you're lying there, trying to fall asleep. It has a name: hypervigilance. It's not an anxiety disorder. It's not you're just too sensitive. It's your nervous system that has become a scanner that never powers down. Always on, always watching. When did you first learn to filter yourself before you speak? When chatting with friends, coworkers, or family, you always run it through your head first. Is this inappropriate? Will this be misunderstood? Is this going to cause fallout? This isn't natural paranoia, and it's not a character flaw. Long before you had the vocabulary or the self-awareness to describe it, you already instinctively knew one thing. Some things cannot be known. They are your deepest secrets. So, from a very young age, you learned to observe. You watch every word and action of the people talking to you. You watch how people's expressions and behaviors change when you walk into a room. You watch their attitudes when you speak. This isn't because you're too sensitive. It's because you have to be. In psychology, Elon Meyer uses a specific term to describe this chronic experience: minority stress. His research shows that when you hold a minority identity, you carry several extra layers of constant psychological weight. Layer 1. The expectation of rejection. Even when nothing has happened yet, your brain is already evaluating the room. Is it unsafe here? Will I be rejected? Layer 2. Identity management and concealment. Every time you meet someone new, you make a rapid, invisible calculation. How much of the real me can I let them see? How honest do I need to be? Layer 3. Internalized negative voices. Those judgments, hints, or rejections, which might not even exist, still loop endlessly in your mind, shaping the way you see yourself. This stress doesn't just appear occasionally. It has no clear beginning and no fixed end. Researchers at the University of Kentucky measured the everyday vigilance of 378 LGBTQ+ individuals. They found that the three most common behaviors were scanning, hiding, avoiding. Constantly watching your surroundings, tucking away your real self, and staying out of sight whenever you can. And what feelings come with these behaviors? Participants named more than 30 different emotions, but 3 stood out above the rest: anxiety, fear, and one more word that almost everyone mentioned: exhaustion. But this isn't just happening in your head. The research found that, on average, queer individuals had higher resting heart rates, higher blood pressure, and higher levels of cortisol, the body's stress hormone. Cortisol has a real purpose. When a threat appears, it spikes to help you respond. When the threat passes, it slowly drops, letting you settle back into calm. This system works beautifully, but it depends on one condition. The threat actually has to go away.
What if it never truly leaves? Then the cortisol never comes back down. The body never switches into safe mode. And that tension? It simply never ends. This is why you can sit in a place that is, by every objective measure, completely safe and still be unable to truly relax. It's not that you're too fragile. It's not that you lack control. It's that your body is still faithfully carrying out the job it was trained to do for so long. Stay alert. Protect you. Your hypervigilance. It also saved you. That instinct to quietly assess the safety of a room before you speak, that ability to read someone's micro-expressions in a single glance, that radar that senses danger before anything has even happened. It isn't an illness. It isn't a flaw. It's the armor you built for yourself with your own hands in a world that wasn't always safe. The problem was never that something's wrong with your nervous system. Quite the opposite. The problem is that it's too good at its job. It's too dutiful, too loyal, still fighting so hard to protect a version of you who no longer needs that much protection. If you find that even in a space that is clearly safe, you still need a little time before you can truly let go, that isn't your failure. That isn't you being too fragile. It's just your nervous system, slowly learning something it was never allowed to learn. This place is safe. You don't have to stay so tense anymore. You're not too sensitive. You're not naturally paranoid. There is nothing wrong with who you are. You simply learned very early on how to protect yourself in this world. And now you know. This is called hypervigilance. There is a reason for it, and it was never your fault.